So in this video, we will continue our discussion with chapter number 2, which is linear equations in one variable. And we're going to see a new topic here, which is topic number 2.3, that's called applications. So here in this video, we're going to see applications of different linear equations in one variable. So far in the previous videos, we have directly taken a linear equation in one variable and solved it for the value of the unknown, which is x or y or z. However, now we are going to see real life applications of these equations, where in our real life we can use linear equations in one variable, how we can form them, how to form a linear equation, how to solve it. We have seen how to solve it. Now the only part that we have to explore in this video is how to form a linear equation in one variable in a given problem statement and how to achieve to a solution of that problem statement. Okay. So let's remove this problem statement. Okay. So here is a problem statement. Let's read it. Sum of two numbers is 74. So there are two numbers and its summation is 74. One of the numbers is 10 more than the other. So one number is 10 more than the other. What are the numbers? Okay. So this is a very actually simple, straightforward problem which can be solved using a linear equation in one variable. We have to find two numbers. Okay. So let's see how to solve them. Let me try to zoom in. Okay. Now it says sum of two numbers is 74. Okay. One of the numbers is 10 more than the other. Okay. Which means, for example, if one number is 100, then the other number will be 110. Okay. If one number is 5, then the other number will be 15. 10 more. 10 more than the other. Okay. Now I'm going to use this hint that is given here. Now remember that we have to form, in the end, we have to form a linear equation in one variable. Okay, we have to form a linear equation in one variable. So let me try to erase this. Okay, so let one number, now we have to find two numbers, but let one number be equal to x. Okay, so in fact that one number I am going to, okay, to be very specific, let the smaller, okay, let the smaller number be equal to x. So very obviously the bigger number, okay, the bigger number is going to be what? The bigger number is going to be x plus 10. Okay, why? Because that's what the problem has mentioned here. Okay, one of the numbers is 10 more than the other. So if one number is x, the other will be x plus 10. Now let's go to the first problem. Sorry, let's go to the first statement. Sum of two numbers is 74. Okay, so if one number is x, sorry, if one number is x and the other number is x plus 10, what will be their summation? That summation will be 74. So summation, I would write here, summation of two numbers is equal to 74. But what is summation of two numbers? It will be x plus 10, that will be equal to 74. Okay, and therefore we basically will get 2x plus 10 will be equal to 74. Now this, let me use a highlighter here, this is our equation, this is our linear equation in one variable. Okay, from the given problem statement, whatever ideas or whatever facts, whatever hints were given in the problem statement, we have to ultimately form a linear equation in one variable, single variable. Okay, and once we form that linear equation in one variable, we have to solve it. We know how to solve it. We have solved linear equations previously in the previous videos in the same chapter. So 2.1 and 2.2, they're all, we directly got this equation, we directly got such equation and we solved them to find the value of this unknown variable. However, here we have to follow some steps in the beginning to actually form a linear equation in one variable. Once we have it, we have to just solve it. So let's go ahead and solve this equation. Let me remove the highlighting. Okay. So we know how to solve the linear equations in one variable. We have to keep this one variable on left hand side of the equation and try to take all these numbers, other numbers, on the right hand side of the equation. So we start with this plus 10. So let me just move it here. Okay, so first of all, we have to get rid of plus 10. How can we get rid of plus 10? By doing minus 10 here on the left hand side, and thus we have to also do minus 10 on the right hand side of the equation to maintain the balance, to maintain the equality of the equation. So let me write this equation as it is. This is 2x plus 10 and this is 74, and I am performing minus 10 on both the sides of equation. So as you can clearly see, okay, plus 10 minus 10 will be equal to 0. So what remains is 2x, that is equal to, on right hand side we have, okay, 74 minus 10, that is equal to 64. Okay, so now again let's focus on this. Let's focus on this equation. Here again we have x and we have 2 which is associated with x. How can we get rid of this 2 from the left hand side of the equation? Since this is multiplication, we should do division. Okay, so once again I am going to divide both the sides of equation by 2. We always perform the same operation on both the sides of equation, and the original equation was 2x and 64. So we have thus divided. We can in fact write here, okay, dividing or divide both sides of equation by 2. Okay, that's the operation that we're doing. Now once again this 2 and this 2, they will cancel each other, so what remains is just x, and that is equal to 64 divided by 2 is equal to 32. So we have got the answer, x is equal to 32. However, what was x? Let's scroll up. Okay, x was this one smaller number, the smaller number x, and we have got the value of x as 32. So I'm going to substitute here. Okay, so if I substitute here, this is going to be 32, okay, equal to, and the bigger number is going to be 32 plus 10, which is equal to 42. Okay, so 32 and 42 are the two numbers that the question is asking. What are the two numbers? And now, just for the sake of cross checking, we can always cross check. Sum of two numbers is 74. Yes, sum of 32 and 42 is equal to 74. One of the numbers is 10 more than other. Correct. 42 is 10 more than the 32. So this is how we have to solve a given problem statement. We will be given such problems. We will be given such problem statements where there will be one unknown, and we will be given such hints, and then we have to form the equation. This is the most important thing. We have to take these steps to form the correct equation in one variable. It will be a linear equation in one variable, and once we have formed such equation, this equation, then we solve it the way we have been solving, and we arrive at the solution, which is the unknown value of x.